Okay.
Lassen.
Lassen.
It's self-guided. Well, no, the first self-guided in English, so everywhere alright? So here the time is the brewery has room in the this brewery has new stuff make it up.
Since 1864, when my great-grandfather founded the company, the Heineken brand and the Heineken company have been built around three core values: the uncompromising passion and quality of our beer, the great respect for people and cultures, the world in which we live, and a resolute commitment to responsible environment and beer. By focusing on these core values,
natural sugars. So this liquid is called wort, and you can try it in the next room, so please do so. It's really interesting to try. So after that we add the hops. If you want to pass it around, you can smell it maybe. It's not a really nice smell. As you can see, these hops plants can grow up to 8 meters. And we only use the female flower of the plant because the female flower contains lupin, and lupin is a natural preservative for the beer. So we don't use any other artificial ways to preserve our Heineken beer. Our final ingredient is the yeast. Every beer uses their own yeast, and Heineken uses the A yeast founded by Dr. Ilian, which you could have seen in the previous room. So, yes, this is a very secret ingredient because it not only turns the sugars into alcohol and carbon dioxide, it also gives the special flavor to a Heineken beer as we all know it. So, they keep it in Zoeterwoude at our main brewery, and we give little bits of it all around the world to all the Heineken breweries so they can all brew the same Heineken beer. Alright, so these are the 4 ingredients. You can continue on to the brew room if you have.
Is this a normal yeast? Or is it a normal yeast or specifically made by yourself?
No, it's founded by, we use this yeast for over 100 years, and it's founded by Dr. Ilian.
To be even better, because this is the perfect anti-hangover drink.
Okay.
So please have a drink with me.
Yeah, sure.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Enjoy. So you see this white powder here?
Okay.
That will turn into sugars. This is starch and it will give us sugars. And that's why this tasted a little bit sweet to you, I hope. You
Yeah.
tasted it, right?
And
that
it
means
tasted
there's
the
enough
barley.
sugars from the barley to start fermentation. And you will also, of course, always taste barley in this mix.
I know some of them went on the event this week. They probably sent them away for a couple of days because this event was. It's named after Alfred Heineken, he was the previous owner. Today's owner is Charlie, it's Charlene de Cavallo Heineken. Charlene is married to Mike, so Mike got his own horse too. And Jean-François is our CEO, and Laurence is also a member of our board.
your turn. Okay, bigger beers. Now we're going to do three things here, okay, guys. We're going to look at the beers, we're going to smell the beers, and obviously at the end we're going to taste the beers all together in a proper way. But first things first, I want you to make a connection with your beautiful Heineken beer, right? Because that way it'll taste much, much better when you drink it for the first time. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to raise your glass up in the air. I want you to admire it, like it's the first beer you've ever seen, like it's your lover, right? You might lick it. Okay, no. Might even go down one knee. And then all together, go, wow. Wow. Okay. Perfect, guys. That's always how I drink my beer, okay? Now, a little bit more serious. Let's have a close look inside the glass. First of all, what color is our Heineken beer? What was that?
Gold.
Gold, exactly, golden. Why is our beer golden? First of all, very important because we slightly roast our malted barley, right? That pretty much determines the color and the transparency of our beer. It's very important, but also because Heineken only serves beer to winners, right? And since each there, are you a winner? You see, that's why our beer is golden as well. Okay, it's still early in the morning. You're holding a golden trophy, and you're doing great so far, guys. Okay, keep up the good work. Now, if you hold your beer up against the light, you can see that there's a lot of stuff going on inside our beer. You can see that there are bubbles rising all the way to the top. Now, those bubbles are obviously the carbon dioxide is trying to escape our glass, but we want to make sure that those bubbles stay inside the glass because the bubbles are actually what provides us with this fresh mouth feel, right? The bubbles are what makes us go when you take your first sip. So we want to make sure that it stays like that all the way, and that's why we invented something very special, and it's not that rip you off. It's the foam head. Now I know that a lot of people from the UK or Australia might think that we Dutch guys are trying to rip you off by selling you more foam, less beer, something like that. That's not the case, okay? It actually serves as a protective layer, making sure that those bubbles again stay inside the glass of freshness actually, and on the other end preventing that the oxygen enters the glass, because that would start oxidation, which is bad for the color, the scent, the taste, pretty much bad for your beer in general, as it would go flat. Or as we say in Dutch, bier gaat dood, which means that your beer will die. We are very dramatic about our beers, okay? Now let's take a step, guys. Raise your glass up to your nose. Swirl it around a little bit. You can smell two ingredients. Not the barley, not the water, the hops and the yeast. Now you can't smell the hops. What you mostly smell, or actually what most people smell, are the leftovers of the yeast. And since it has a very fruity aroma, if you have a good nose, you might be able to smell bananas, okay, if you have a good nose. Now, before we drink the beers all together, guys, you'll need to know how to say the Dutch word for cheers, right? Which is proost. It's like the German Prost, only with two O's, a little bit more sexy. Proost. Okay, so on the count of three, I want you all to say proost as loud as you can, so everyone in that room then knows that we here have beer already, and they do not. Okay? Count of three all together. 1, 2, 3. Proost! Okay guys, thank you very much for listening. If you're done drinking your beers already, you can put them over there in the glass collector. Otherwise, please take the beers with you to the next room just around the corner, because there's a new group coming in already. Cheers, thanks for listening again guys. Enjoy the rest of the tour and have a nice day.
Yeah, we have refoldable ones and normal ones, but they don't come with a hard case. It's the only one that comes with a hard case, but they are all the same prices.
Can you show me?
Nah, that's what I said. I don't have them up here. We have them in the store downstairs.
Downstairs. It's the same price?
No, yeah. So after the tour.
We know English, but we really been fish and chips, so you don't have to tell us.
You know what the squad was all? I was in the UK years ago. You know what, the stadium road, just to the training into the city. There's something, yeah, for the first week.
ബിയറാണോ നേരത്തെ?
Organic foods.